So yeah, pipe smokers, this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and you guessed it, I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York on Winchester Street in the United States of America, thank the Lord. Yeah, today is Thursday, July 31st, the last day of the month. Tomorrow we start August. Yeah, so let's have a nice Thursday night smoke together. Grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite beverage, and let's start something on fire together. Yeah. Yeah, so we have an ice cold Busch beer here. Yeah. My friend Milburn texted me this morning and he's like, cheers. Well, he didn't say cheers. He's like, Gilson, you got to stop drinking that cheap beer. Well, it's in my budget. My actual favorite beer is Grolsch. Grolsch, I think it is. Grolsch beer. I don't know. I think it's from Holland. Anyways, cheers. So we're going to be smoking the longest and one of the oldest Canadian pipes I own. This is a Barentini. It's 8 inches long. And there's no factory fills in this. It's gorgeous briar. What a beautiful Canadian pipe. And she smokes like a dream. And in her, we have, I don't know if you'd consider this a Balkan blend or an English blend, but it's, by GLPs, it's called Kensington. It does have Latakia in it, and basically they say Kensington is a delightful Latakia mixture with a bit of restraint. Bright and red Virginias, tobaccos are blended with richly flavored leaf from the Orient and a moderate proportion of Cyprian Latakia to provide a wonderfully balanced, medium-bodied smoke. And this is 4.5 years old. I've had this, yeah. So let's start it on fire. Yeah. Thank God today was a lot cooler. It started out at 61 degrees, got to a high of 70, and that was it. I love smoking a Canadian pipe. You know, that smoke is running down 7 inches of briar. Can you imagine the briar root, the ball that must have taken, and how lucky the pipe maker was? He didn't have to do one factory fill on this huge, monstrous Canadian pipe. There's no factory fills in it, you know. These are the kind of pipes that draw big money on eBay. Somebody would pay $250 for this pipe. Easily, in the condition that it's in. So I'm pretty stoked. Got my first mortgage payment due tomorrow. Got a couple more things. Not too much unpacked, but a few more things unpacked. I came home tonight, and 24 hours ago, I had hit that whole fence line where all the weeds and little trees were growing up. That's all starting to wilt. Robert Cornelius commented, your neighbor's going to be pissed. Well, it's my fence, my weeds. But I did talk to the neighbor and say, look, here's what I'm thinking about doing. Are you comfortable with me using poison? are you comfortable with me cleaning it out, even though I don't need to ask you because I own that? I want to be a good neighbor. And they're like, yeah, do whatever you got to do. Well, thank you for asking that. And I said, well, I want to be neighborly, you know. If I'm going to do something that's going to affect your view or whatever from your property, I'm going to discuss it with you. Wow, this is so good. This Kensington really would make like a great smoke for the morning after breakfast with your coffee. It's definitely not a Latakia bomb. If I were to guess, I've smoked so many different blends, Latakia blends, and I've made my own Latakia blends. I'd have to say there's probably 20% Latakia in this blend. A fairly strong Latakia blend is 30 to 35% Latakia. Yeah. This is good. Man, I'm loving this. Yep, so I ordered another gallon because I used the entire gallon of Roundup yesterday on this fence line. And I don't know if I'm going to have to put a second application or if I'm going to have to go on my neighbor's side of the fence. I got all of the stuff on the top and on my side, which should basically kill the plants, everything. But I did ask permission. I said, look, if I do need to come over on your side of the fence and hit it with Roundup, is that cool with you? And he's like, yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, that's good. He's like, I've been wanting to get rid of them weeds. Been trying to cut them back. They keep growing back. Well, you can't just cut them back. You have to kill them. The type of vines that are in there seems like they can grow 5 feet in a week. There's these other weeds that grow up. They're kind of viney. And they have like, it almost looks like little beans, little green beans on them or whatever. And my neighbor Matt in the back, he was telling me, man, you break one of those pods open, those seeds fall out and they're sprouting up everywhere. They spread like wildfire. I'm going to go through and kill them all. I got a bunch on this side of the house that I had mowed them like a week ago and now they're like knee high. We're going to hit those things. We're just going to kill it all. Then in September, all the new grass seed will go down. And by next year, I should have a really nice looking lawn. Finally, I've got a house where I can weed and use that stuff, weed and feed, where it kills the weeds, but feeds the grass. My landlord, because we were on wall water, would never let me treat the lawn with weed and feed to get rid of dandelions and whatever. That wall water was poison, I'm telling you. I never tested it. He said when he bought the house he had it tested and it was fine. I don't believe that. The reason I don't, you'd flush the toilet, it would fill up. Then you'd come up an hour later and there's almost like an oily film, a very thin oily film on top of the toilet water, which means that either gasoline or oil has leached into the well system, or it has a bacteria infection in the well water. I was starting to get little round patches on my legs from my knees down, red, round, itchy patches. I thought it was ringworm. So my doctor gave me this antifungal stuff, and it kind of killed it off, but then I went through 4 tubes of it, kept coming back. As soon as I moved into here on city water, all that stuff went away. The toilet over there, so much calcium and stuff in that water and other stuff, you could never get it clean. It was like, just had a big thick scale all on the inside of it. You know, I used to have to buy the CLR, dump it in there, let it sit for 2 hours, and I'd get it most of the way clean. I don't have that problem here. Life is good. When my daughter lived with me, that well water made her face break out terrible with pimples. Just bad stuff I don't have to deal with anymore. I'm loving life. I saw somebody with the last name of Kennedy text me just as I was starting the video, and I was trying to read. He was talking something about the YouTube pipe community, talking something about me. So I'm going to have to text him back after this video is uploaded. Anybody that texts or calls me, I'll always text you back, always call you back, you know. You guys, I mean, if you don't have my number, I'll give it to you. It's 585-352-3660. Again, that's 585-352-3660. Don't be afraid to reach out and say hi, you know. This is like a full service channel here, you know. You get to talk to the, I guess, the MC of the show. I don't want to call myself the star of the show because I'm not. Number one, I'm not famous. Number two, I'm not a star. I'm just a regular guy with a regular job, with a regular house, and a regular car. This might be burned out already. I didn't pack it too tight and definitely didn't fill the whole thing. It's getting pretty strong now, though, towards the bottom. Yeah, again, this tobacco that I'm smoking is called, it's by GLPs, and it's called Kensington. You can read that, GLPs, Kensington. Yeah. So it's nice and cool in the house now. It's like 70 degrees. I'm loving it. The bottom of this bowl is getting pretty powerfully strong. Cheers. Yeah, so it's great. So August, we have 5 Fridays, which means I get 5 weeks paid during the month of August, which is great. And then I'm also working 20 hours a month in overtime, so that between that extra 5 weeks, getting that extra paycheck is going to be nice, you know. And then we have September, and then October is a 5 pay period week, and then I believe January is a 5 pay period month, rather, yeah. So August, October, then January are 5 week pay period months. We feel bad for people that are paid bi-weekly. I like getting paid every week. We're going to take a little break. I'll be back in a nanosecond. All right, so we have graduated to a cigarette here. Yeah, everything's happy at the Gilson house. I love this place. Thank you, Lord. So after I spent, it was $21 plus tax for 1 gallon of Roundup, so close to $25 for a gallon. I used the whole gallon, and then overnight it rained, and I was like, okay, I think I probably got 12 hours of dry time on that. Let's Google this and see what it says. And I Googled, if it rains after you spray Roundup on weeds, does it wash it off? And the answer was no. After 3 hours, it becomes, there was a special word they used, I don't remember what it was, but it's resilient, impervious to any rain. It's not going to get washed off. It's already dried on there. The leaf and the stem have already sucked it in. It's on its way to the root system. And so as long as you got 3 hours on it, you're good. Now, if it had just rained and the leaves were wet, no. So it's cloudy out there. I got another gallon in today. I'm going to wait a couple days. You know, it could possibly rain again tonight, soon. I don't know. So I'm not going to apply any more Roundup tonight. Usually it starts to kill things within 48 hours up to 7 days. By 7 days, they're all brown and dead. Sometimes sooner. Sometimes 3-4 days. So I'm going to see what happens there. I'm not going to waste money. I'm going to see what happens there. If it needs a second application, I'm going to hit it again hard. I'll hit anything that isn't brown. If it's green and still alive, it's getting hit. Only thing I didn't hit was that beautiful Rose of Sharon bush that I have with the purplish pink flowers. I stayed a couple feet on either side of that. Didn't get any overspray on it. I definitely want to keep that, so the weeds and stuff that are around that, I'm just going to cut those back. So, and the guy with the dog back there on the back side of the fence, I'm just going to cut those weeds back. I don't want to risk having the dog get sick or something because I applied Roundup on the fence that separates our yard in the back. Matt's a nice guy. He gave me permission to do it. And I told him, I says, you know what? He says, the only thing I worry about is my dog, as long as it doesn't affect my dog. And I told him, I says, Matt, let's just not take that chance. I says, I'm going to spray down this whole side over here. I'm going to stay at least 5-6 feet back from your yard. I don't want nothing to happen. I don't think anything would happen, but I don't want to risk it. And he's like, you know, I appreciate that. But he says, I trust you. If you think everything's going to be fine, do it. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'll get back there with some snippers, clip all them down, you know. Oh, it's so nice to have it like only 70 degrees in the house instead of 85 and humid. It's just, that's hard on you. When you're in a factory for 9.5 hours and you go in the morning It's still 90 degrees in the factory. That factory holds heat in. And then in the afternoon, it gets up to 100, 110 in that factory. And you're just dripping with sweat. And then you come home and it's just like, oh man, I don't feel like unpacking nothing. You know, I'll make my video, whatever. Maybe do just a little unpacking, but not much. Tonight I'm going to do some serious unpacking. I think what I'm going to do is hit the kitchen first, get everything, all the things that are in boxes put away in there, get my kitchen all organized, get all my, I collect cast iron cookware. And the oldest piece I have is from 1860. I bought it for 99 cents at the Goodwill thrift store. It had a 1/4 inch of soot on it all over. And so I took Easy Off. I read how to get that off. I took Easy Off oven cleaner, soaked it, put it in a plastic bag, put it outside. Next day, all that stuff came off. And it turns out this pan was made in 1860. It's a 6 or 7 inch cast iron pan. And I was like, man, it almost looks like it has some sort of plating on it. So I looked at the logo on the back, and it had a name, and I looked it up, and then I looked. They only used that logo for 1 year, and that was in 1860. This pan was made in Canada in 1860, and then it was nickel plated and was the first non-stick cast iron pan. And it's worth $300, and I paid 99 cents for it, plus tax. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. I love all you guys. Mr. Kennedy, I'll be texting you back here soon. God bless all you guys. I mean, we're up to 1,561 or 62 subscribers. We just broke 350,000 views for the channel, so thank you for watching. We have over 1,700 videos out now. And it's not a competition, but I'm just grateful for all you guys, all the input, all the texts, all the calls. Eddie called me the other night, my buddy Eddie down from Tennessee. I got to give him a call back. I've been so busy, you know. So anyways, God bless you all. Happy smoking. Stay safe. Love the Lord. Paul the Pipe Guy, over, but not out. God bless you all.